Hello and welcome to another unboxing video from Big Orbit Games. Today we'll be looking at the legendary battle deck, Lugia, and here it is. So, in this box you get a 60 card deck including 2 EXs. The 2 EXs are Lugia EX and it's the Good Lugia, for those of you who care. For the players more than the collectors. You get a coin, you get the 2-player playmat and rule sheet, you get the code card for the online game, so you can just play it on the online TCG, which is the most important part of the deck, obviously. You get a deck box, you get some damage counters and the quick guide, so that you know how to play the deck once you have bought it. So you get the deck list here, some really useful trainer cards and supporter cards, which, to be honest, they form the core of most decks. So to get so many trainer cards in one of the pre-constructed decks is actually really, really good for once. You also get some really nice foil energy cards, and in this one there are 8 foil psychic energies. You also get 5 non-foil psychic energies and 3 double colorless energies, and the double colorless are really important as well because they can sometimes be a pain to get hold of. So in the way of Pokemon, you've got the 2 Lugias. You've got Blissey and Chansey, Golurk, Golett, Girafarig, Girafarig even, helps if I pronounce them right, Skarmory, Cresselia, Mr. Mime, Sigilif, and that's it actually. So not too many Pokemon in the deck, which is actually how you want a good deck to run. You probably only want maybe 15-16 Pokemon, maybe like 14 to 16 energy, and then the rest trainer cards. So it's a well built deck in that respect. So anyway, let's crack it open and see exactly what's inside. Ooh, that's great already. That's bent because of mispackaging. Wonderful. It's all over the place. Let's take the code out so I don't show that on camera. So the coin is just one of the normal plastic coins. It does actually say there's a metallic coin on the contents. So 1 metallic coin, most definitely plastic. Maybe it's metallic looking, they just didn't put the word looking in it. But it has Lugia on it and it looks pretty cool, so you can't complain. Then you got your damage counters and poison counter and burn counters, even though they're slightly bent, but never mind. You've got your playmat, 2-player playmat, which is very useful. Probably won't be able to see the whole thing on camera, but I can give you the general idea. So you have the Lugia side, so it has room for your prizes, your bench, your active Pokemon, and your deck and discard pile, as well as some additional rules that just help you. And then you have the Ho-Oh version. So Ho-Oh is the other legendary battle deck that they've done in this release. Both sets look really cool, and we will have another video on the other set coming soon. So let's put that to one side, and I believe this is something. Okay, yeah, this is your reference guide. So kind of like a guide on how to play the deck. So, yep. And there's also one for Ho as well. So they included both in the well, it's just a double-sided page basically. So they included both. All right, let's get these cards out. You can actually see already that they're a little bit damaged, unfortunately. Well, they're not too bad. I barely even touched those, but you can see where they've been kind of bent slightly when they were put into the packaging. So first up we have Blissey. So Blissey's a stage 1, evolves from Chansey. 130 HP, colourless Pokemon. Has the ability Soft Boiled, so once during a turn you may flip a coin. If heads, heal 30 damage from your active Pokemon. And Blissey has Double Edge. For 3 energy you can deal 90 damage but deal 60 to itself. So ideally you just want Blissey on the bench and you just keep flipping coins and healing damage off your active Pokemon. It's a pretty good strategy. Alright, let's get the Lugias out. Alright, so this is the good Lugia. This is the Lugia I actually play in my deck. See if, yeah, again, little scratches on the bottom, unfortunately, from where it's been put in the packaging. But anyway, Lugia is a basic with 170 HP, colourless EX Pokemon. So Aerial Ball is the important move. It's the one you want to use, basically. So 2 energy, and it deals 20 damage times. But this attack does 20 damage times the amount of energy attached to both active Pokemon. It's a really, really good move. So you just load energy up onto Lugia, and even if your opponent only has like 1 or 2 energy cards, that's still adding like an extra 20-40 damage onto what you're doing. So yeah, this kills people. Deep Hurricane is the second move. Deals 80 plus. So if there's a Stadium card in play, this attack does 70 more damage, and then you discard the Stadium. So you can deal 150 damage by just having a Stadium in play and discarding it. Which works on your opponent's Stadiums as well, because there can only be 1 Stadium out a time anyway. So if they've played a Stadium, you can discard their Stadium, which is great. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it with Lugia. He's just really, really good. Not much more to say. So onto the actual deck. Oh, and this is the nice deck box, this Lugia deck box. Nice looking. So these look really cool. 8 Psychic Energies, all in foil. Very, very shiny. Will look great in any deck. Well, that uses Psychic Pokemon. So we have Chansey. So the only reason Chansey's in there is because of Blissey. Yeah, I mean, it has Nap, so you can heal damage from Chansey. So you can always play Chansey out as your active Pokemon to begin with, and then just sit there and heal all of the damage that your opponent's doing to you. Or you could use Lucky Punch, so if you don't have exactly 7 cards in hand, this attack does nothing. So you have to, work around it, but you can potentially do 100 damage just for 3 energy, so it's not bad. Golurk. So stage 1 evolves from Golett. 130 HP Psychic. Type has Wreck, which is 1 Psychic, 2 colourless, to deal 60 damage plus. So if there are any Stadium cards in play, this attack does 60 more damage, and discard that Stadium. So 120 damage for 3 energy and discarding a Stadium. Similar to Lugia. Golurk Hammer does 100 damage for 1 Psychic and 3 colourless. So pretty good overall. You got Professor Juniper in there, so discard your hand, draw 7. We have a double colourless energy. So just as a note, if you attach double colourless to Lugia, the attack will actually do 40 damage because it's times the amount of energy, not energy cards. Ultra Ball, so discard 2 cards from your hand to search your library, not library, sorry, that's magic, your deck for a Pokemon. Reveal it and put it into your hand, shuffle your deck afterwards. So that's any Pokemon, not just like basics. You can search for EXs, you can search for GXs, whatever. So it's always good. Winona, search your deck for up to 3 colourless Pokemon, reveal them, put them into your hand and shuffle your deck afterwards. So good in a deck like this where there's quite a few colourless Pokemon, Lugia being one of them. Golett, so the unevolved form of Golurk, just has 90 HP, so good HP level for a basic Pokemon, and Smash Punch, which has the potential to do nothing on a coin flip. Then we've got Versus Seeker, so put a support card from your discard pile into your hand. Really great if you've only got like one or two of a certain type of supporter, which in these decks you do only have one or two of a certain type of supporter, so really good for getting them back. Normal Psychic Energy, another Ultra Ball. Then we've got a Switch, so switch your active Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. Good for the high retreat cost Pokemon such as Golurk, who has a retreat cost of 4. Then we have Espertia City Gym, which is a stadium which Golurk and Lugia both work off. So each colourless Pokemon in play, both yours and your opponent's, gets plus 20 HP. So pretty good, especially in this deck. Dimension Valley, each psychic Pokemon's attacks, both yours and your opponent's, cost 1 colourless less. So Golurk, for instance, will only cost 1 psychic and 2 colourless instead of 3 to deal 100 damage with Dimension Valley in play. Skarmory, a colourless basic Pokemon with 100 HP, has Call for Family, where you search your deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon and put them onto the bench, shuffle your deck afterwards. So really useful at getting Lugia out actually, because Lugia does count as a basic, even though it's an EX. All EXs are basics, unless they're Mega, but you know, different rules. Girafarig, 90 HP basic that is colourless. He has Tackle, which is 2 energy for 20 damage, not great, or 3 energy for Psybite, which is 50 plus. And it's if this Pokemon has any psychic energy attached to it, this attack does 30 more damage. So 3 energy for 80 damage potentially. And you're only running psychic energies apart from the double colourless energies. So this is always going to be active. So useful in the deck. Super Rod. Shuffle in any combination of Pokemon basic energy cards from your discard pile back into your deck. Useful at getting stuff back, basically. Skylar, search your deck for a trainer card, reveal it and put it into your hand, shuffle your deck afterwards. Basically, search your deck for something that you really need right now, and get it and then play it. So, really good. Pokemon Communication. Reveal a Pokemon in your hand, put it on top of your deck. If you do, search your deck for a Pokemon, reveal it and put it into your hand. Shuffle your deck afterwards. Basically, exchanging a Pokemon. So exchanging something that you can't use or don't want at the moment for something that you can use and do want. Shauna, shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 5. Useful at cycling stuff. Random Receiver, reveal cards from the top of your deck until you reveal a support card. Put it into your hand, shuffle the other cards back into your deck. You never know which support you're going to get, but most of them are useful in all situations. There's only a few that are very, very situational, so likely that you're going to get something good. You got Professor's Letter, so search your deck for 2 basic energy cards and reveal them, put them into your hand. Just good all-round card. Another Chansey, another Psychic Energy, another Golett, another Juniper, another double colourless. We're just getting into all of the doubles now. So Professor Birch's Observations. This card reminds me of good times when somebody tried to mill me with a Wailord deck and I just played Birch's Observations and then they conceded because I shuffled all my cards back into my deck after having a hand of like 40 cards. Anyway, so shuffle your hand into your deck, flip a coin. If heads, draw 7. If tails, draw 4. Pretty good. Can't complain at that. Pokemon Fan Club. Search your deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon, reveal them, put them into your hand, shuffle your deck afterwards. Again, EXs count as basics, so you can search for basics with Pokemon Fan Club, which you can search for EXs with Pokemon Fan Club. Another Communication, an N, so each player shuffles his or her hand into his or her deck, then each player draws a card for each of his or her remaining prize cards. Really, really useful, even if you're ahead, so even if you have less prizes, it can still be really, really useful to just shuffle through some cards and get new cards, so very good. Lysander, switch your opponent's active with one of their bench Pokemon. Useful. Escape Rope, each player switches his or her active Pokemon with one of his or her benched Pokemon. Your opponent switches first, and if a player doesn't have a bench Pokemon, then they don't swap. This can really, really, really save you in some games. The fact that you both switch, it can just swing a game in your favour. So another Dimension Valley, Cheren, however you want to pronounce that. There's bound to be a correct way, but anyway, the new Tierno, as I will call her. Draw 3 cards. Simple, good. Bianca, draw cards until you have 6 in your hand. Very, very useful. Another Jim, Sigilif, 90 HP Psychic Pokemon, has Safeguard, so prevent all effects of attacks, including damage done to this Pokemon by Pokemon EX. That's really, really good against a lot of decks, really, because this just can't get hurt. And then it has Psychic, which is 1 Psychic and 2 Colourless Energy to deal 50 damage, plus 10 damage more for each energy card attached to the defending Pokemon, which can mount up to a lot of damage. Mr. Mime, you have nice ability on him. So 70 HP Psychic Pokemon. So Bench Barrier is prevent all damage done to your benched Pokemon by attacks. It's really, really good if you've got attacks that you're performing, like your active Pokemon is performing, that then deal damage to your bench Pokemon, because no damage anymore. Psybolt is 20 damage for a Psychic and a Colourless. Flip a coin, if heads, the defending Pokemon is now paralysed, so can be quite useful too. Cresselia, 110 HP Psychic. The ability is My Way. If there is any Stadium card in play, this Pokemon has no retreat cost. So, really, really useful ability. Moonlight Gain, 1 Psychic, 2 Colourless to deal 70 damage and heal 20. So then we've got the third double Colourless. We've got another Skarmory, got another Girafarig, got another Golett, and a Golurk, and another Chansey. And finally, another Psychic and a Blissey. So the whole point of this deck is you want to protect your bench Pokemon, soak up some damage with Blissey and Chansey. A lot of them have high HP, so Blissey's soft boiled ability is going to do some work with healing. And then you've got enough trainer cards that search for different things, like Pokemon Fan Club, for instance, Random Receiver, Pokemon Communication as a 2-of. So you've got enough like ways to search for Lugia in your deck to then bring Lugia out, load him up with like double Colourless energies or any other type of energies, and then just deal loads of damage with Aero Ball. As a backup, you've always got Deep Hurricane, which is never bad. So yeah, overall the deck looks pretty nice. Something I might actually try playing, considering I already have quite a few of the cards from this. Might be interesting to give it a go. But yeah, anyway. So remember, you can find all the cards you've seen in this video and the cards from the other legendary battle deck, the Ho-Oh battle deck. You'll be able to find them on our website, bigorbitcards.co.uk. I'm Chris, and we hope to see you in the next video. Thank you for watching, and please remember to like and subscribe.